Hey, welcome to Move Your Mojo, where we will have casual little chats about mindset, movement, and mojo. I'm Jay, a movement specialist, a maverick mystic, and quite frankly, a mojo magician. We're going to talk about how movement heals, mindset matters, and how both will boost your life force mojo. We'll chew on all sorts of topics from breath work, how to balance your energy, reduce stress, shift perspective, ease back pain, have more orgasms, yeah, I went there, to even the nuts and bolts of navigating the logistics of life with ease and flow. We're going to have grace for where we are, yet gear up 1% each day. Here's to living out loud and loving in full color. Rock on. Now let's move your mojo. In today's musings, I'm thinking about an email that I needed to send recently. I was sitting there rereading my words probably a dozen times. Many of you can relate, I'm sure. And as I'm looking over my words, because I think words really matter, language is important, and I'm not talking about grammatical here, I'm talking about what you say. Is it bringing life? Is it bringing hope? Is it bringing a solution? Or is what you're saying bringing a stop? Is it bringing an obstacle? Is it bringing disempowerment? Words just matter. So I was looking over this email, really considering the words that I was saying, and my partner, my man, walks into the room and he sees this look on my face, this acute concentration that I have, and he asked me, what's up? I said, well, I'm about to send an email that's going to prove either fatal or fruitful. We both sort of stopped for a moment, had a light bulb second, just with the realization of how important that question could be in so many areas of life, right? Is this going to prove fatal or fruitful? So going back to what I just said about words and language, weigh carefully everything you say. Now, I'm not even going to be like religious or dogmatic about that where, if you cuss, you're a bad person. Obviously, then I'm doomed because I like 4-letter words. That doesn't make me any less intellectual or incapable of using articulate language. I just choose to use them. They're like colloquialisms or something. It's flavor. It's like seasoning on your steak. But I also know that words are important, and how we articulate our thoughts, the life that we speak into others, or quite frankly, the opposite, the fatality that we can speak into others, whether that's in a professional realm, personal realm. I think about my time spent gardening and doing yard work. I love it. I love having my hands in the dirt. I love watching things grow. I love tending them. And I know just from growing up that there are certain times of the season that you prune certain plants and trees. If you cut them at the wrong time, it proves to be fatal, actually, not fruitful. Yet if you have the discernment and wisdom to prune that plant at the correct time, then they are more fruitful in the following season. So I think today's thought is, how do we choose our words and even our actions, right? We are living beings. Everything that we do, everything that we are living beings. So we are not stagnant. We are ever changing, whether that be ever changing towards more death or ever changing towards more growth. Now I get it. We're humans and we are always progressing more towards death. We aren't getting any younger, as we all say. However, it's in that lifespan, those dates on the either side of each of that dash there in the center, that we can progress, evolve, change, grow, learn, or we don't. We stagnate, we get stubborn, we sink in with concrete feet, we refuse to be teachable or coachable, or maybe we just don't care. How many people get apathetic in life, right? They're just silent quitters or ghost quitters or whatever the new term is nowadays for just showing up to the bare minimum and clocking out mentally, physically, you name it. And I think that's sometimes really attractive. You get tired, the daily grind of life. So you think, gosh, I'll just check out. But we also know deep down that we're meant to evolve as a human species. We're meant to grow. We're meant to learn. We are highly teachable, highly coachable. And we are communicating beings. We want to communicate with the world around us, whether that's animal life, plant life, or other human life. So I think the question again is, the words and actions that I speak, are they fruitful? Are they fatal or fruitful? Are they going to stagnate or are they going to progress? I think that's important, in our relationships, especially as we speak to our children, as we speak to our partners, even in our professional life, the words that we speak and the aura that we bring with us. For instance, I can be very forthright and direct, especially at work. I just want to get done. I'm a logistics person. Let's just XYZ. Let's find the solution to the problem. It's a math problem. Let's just fix it. Let's communicate it. Let's get everyone on the same page. ... And sometimes in my delivery, I can be incredibly straightforward and ... But if you talk to me in person, or you talk to me in depth about that problem that needs a solution, or the solutions that are on the table, you quickly find out that I am the type of person that wants to go above and beyond, second mile, third mile. I'll even carry you the fourth mile. I love to serve. I love to find solutions. I love to bring people together and make everyone feel better, do better, achieve more, leave a place better than you found it, leave a person better than you found them. Just, to build up and uplift, grow, and thrive. And sometimes that doesn't always come across in email, right? I just can be a bossy sprocket. Sometimes even with my kids, there was a time frame where I'm sure I came across as just very dogmatic and business, trying to get things done. And I think now it's easing up a little bit more as they're approaching their final years in my nest, that Mom just cares, and she's gonna just always try to help me strive to be better and thrive in that. But again, those words that we use and the aura that we bring, the energy that we bring with those words, I think is even more important sometimes than the words themselves. Because we can say a lot of the correct things. We all know what we should say sometimes. But the energy doesn't match, right? So there's those people that come at you and they just say what they mean and mean what they say, and sometimes it's not very nice, but at least you know where you stand with them. And then there's the people that don't say what they mean, nor mean what they say, but they're saying what they think you want to hear. And to me, that's really not very kind either, because it's confusing. It's inauthentic. And then there are those who do mean what they say and say what they mean, but they don't say it meanly. So they have this aura and life-giving and fruitful energy with their words. Their intentions are to bring life. Even if the cut has to happen, that pruning needs to happen, whether that's in parenting, professional, or personal relationships, that pruning that needs to go on is still to bring more life, and is in a spirit of love and in a spirit of wanting to see potential and growth and nourishment and thriving. So those are my musings for today, and perhaps they inspire you to consider your words and consider the aura and energy behind your words as you interact with others in your life, from a stranger to those most intimate and close to you. May your words prove to be less fatal and more fruitful. And truly, that could even carry on into the thoughts that you think mainly about yourself. And we'll talk about that in another episode. But for now, carry on, rock on, move your mojo. I love you guys.